doing?
I don't know. Baseball family, when you're moving into a new house, things get a little wonky, and we're really excited that you're here. But we are doing some new stuff, and it's very exciting. And so far, we haven't had very many technical difficulties. I'm going to send one up just in case. But right now, no matter what, we are excited to be here. We're excited to have you. And I got Brad with me. How are you, Brad?
I'm good. Good. Trying to adjust to moving in. So, we'll see.
We'll see. Either way, it's going to be great. Baseball family,
Yep.
we don't want to take too much of your time tonight. We know you're in the middle of watching playoff baseball, and we're very excited about that.
Maybe.
I have taken a break from the television. Okay, I have officially moved the position just for you people. Okay, that's how much I love you. That's a big deal
That is a
because
big
things
deal.
were going my way. All right. So since we're on a little bit of a delay here, Brad, I'm just going to carry forward. How do you feel about that?
Go for it.
Okay. First things first, baseball family, I want to remind you of Zaka Life Organic Pain Relief Balm. You can use it to help sore muscles, aching joints, and even migraines. Brad turned me onto that idea. I used it. Happens to work miracles, honestly. It's terrific. So it works great. It's marijuana free. You can hit the link in the description, or you can go to zakalife.com and use code BTPOD at checkout. That'll save you 5% on your order, and it also supports the show while you're getting relaxed and relaxifying your muscles. It's a great way to do it. So, first things first on the agenda. Banana Ball is well, first of all, Banana Ball is awesome. But the Savannah Bananas, I mentioned this, I don't know, a while ago. I said to Brad, what do you think if they're building a league, maybe? Like, do you think they're building a league? And here we are. Now there's a league.
Right. Well, so context for that, though, it's because last week Jesse Cole announced that, or not just Jesse Cole, but when they did their schedule drop, they said, we're adding a fourth team. We're adding the
Yep.
Tailgaters. And Brig, that's when you said, do you think maybe there could be a
Mm-hmm.
league? And sure enough, here it comes.
Yep. Yeah, as soon as they announced the Tailgaters, I was like, wait a minute. That's an even number. That's not
Yeah.
two. So anyway, that's what inspired the idea. Clearly they are inspired. What they've got going on is amazing. If you can get into the lottery and find a way into a banana ball game that coming to a city near you, a ballpark near you, you really should. If you want to hear more about Jesse or more from Jesse, you can check out our interview with him on Ball Talk. It was a terrific conversation. That dude has more energy than anybody I think I've ever met in my entire life. So, just to let you know, welcome. Welcome to Banana Ball. It's Banana Land, and we're bananas for it.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be really cool, really exciting. I think it'll be interesting to
Yeah.
see how that shapes baseball fandom going forward. Like, is it going to take people from minor league baseball, or is it going to open up a whole new segment of baseball fans? Because it feels like the people who are fans of minor league baseball are the ones who are like, they're the hardcores, right?
Yeah.
Like the people who
Yeah.
go to the
Well, I
games
mean,
every night, they're the hardcores. But I
mhm.
think it'll bring in more of the casual fan as we
Yes.
go.
No, I don't think anybody loses in this scenario with this equation. Like nobody loses. Baseball wins, and baseball fans of all stripes and sizes, they're going to win too. Very exciting. All right, let's move on to the playoffs, Brad, because the Mets defeated the Phillies and they are on their way to the National League Championship Series. It was a 3-1 series split. Game 4 was a 4-1 victory on the backs of some good pitching, obviously, but specifically Francisco Lindor's grand salami. That put the Mets up 4-1, and that was it after that. The only people who could get anything going on the Phillies in the whole series were Harper and Castellanos. That's it. They went 13 for 100 combined. Zero doubles,
So
one
crazy.
home run.
That one
5
home
of
run
those
came
were
from
between.
Schwarber.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. The team combined for
I'm
13 out
sorry,
of 100. That doesn't make sense.
but if you have 7 guys combining for a 130 batting average, not going to get the job done.
No,
Anywhere, at any
nope.
time, ever, 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 ever.
Never, ever, ever. Harper went 4 for 12 with 2 doubles and a home run. So that's contribution, I would say. That certainly qualifies as him
Well, right, and
pulling his
especially,
weight.
yeah. And go ahead with Castellanos there, Brig, because he's the guy who really
Look,
showed.
yeah, Castellanos went 7 for 17 with a double and a home run himself. Bada bing. And I
Bada
don't think
boom.
anybody died in the process, which is pretty exciting.
It's shocking, right?
Yeah.
Because it seems like that's
Yes.
what it takes.
That's inside baseball. If you get that joke, you talk ball. You get it.
Yeah.
So the question is, Brad, is it time to blow it up in Philly? Are we done here? Is the experiment over?
I think so. I think so. I mean, we talked about it a little bit a couple years ago when they lost the World Series. That like maybe you can't keep this core together and then try to get it back,
Yeah.
right? Because this is
Yeah.
one of the things. So, and I'll use the same example that I used then too. The Seattle Seahawks, ball in the 1, throw the ball, interception, lose the Super Bowl, right? And Keith Olbermann, like a few days later, was like, "You got to blow it up. There's no recovering. You've got to just tear it down and start over again." And I was like, "No, that's crazy. This team's really good. Back-to-back Super Bowls, blah 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 blah. Hall of Famers on both sides of the ball, everything. Like you can't. You got to try to run it back again." No, they didn't. They never recovered. And I think
Yep.
that this team has hit its ceiling, and they're not going to recover from the step backs that they've taken progressively each year since making the World Series. And I mean, we saw it with Arizona. They tried to run it back. They tried to get a little bit better. It didn't work out. They didn't even make the playoffs, Brig. The
Right.
Rangers didn't even make the playoffs, right?
Yep.
Despite the expanded playoffs, it's still hard to get in. And sometimes you just have to accept that we've hit our ceiling. We got as close to the mountaintop as we are going to get. We got to start over. Try again. We got to go
Yeah.
back down, get more momentum, see if we can get back up to the top. And so I think it's time. You keep a couple of your core guys, but I think you start selling off stars to bring in prospects or other impact guys. I don't want to say situational guys. I almost said situational guys, but figure out another way to build this team that works. That's not your current roster.
Yeah, I think they need to do something. I'm not sure who you would keep and who you would dump. Maybe we'll have to save that for another episode. Maybe this postseason during the winter meetings, we'll get into what we think they should be doing. But I agree with you. I think it's time to tear some things down. And I don't think it's a full rebuild, but I think there are some
Right.
puzzle pieces that don't fit, just like you said.
I think
All
there are
right, the
some pieces that
Dodgers
they want
versus
to fit. I think there are some pieces that they want to fit that just don't, that they're going to have to get rid of.
yeah,
And it's gonna be
yeah.
painful for Phillies fans. It's gonna be painful for the people in the front office, most likely, but it's gonna have to be what happens.
I agree. All right, let's move on to the Dodgers versus the Padres. Currently, the series is tied 2-2. This is some of the most exciting baseball we've seen all year long, for sure. We've got
Mm-hmm.
this game 4 was all Dodgers. It was 8-0. The Dodgers went with a bullpen day, which was astonishing. They're like, we don't know what we're doing. We're just going to see how it goes this time. And they
Well,
went
they're so
4 for, or
depleted.
they
They're
went.
so depleted out there starting pitching that they really didn't have much of an option, right?
I
Like they
know.
just kind of had to roll with it, and it fortunately for them, I guess it worked out. But I didn't think it
Yeah,
would.
it worked out because not only did they score 8 runs, but Friars scored 0. So, yeah, it's crazy. Mookie Betts is officially out of his slump. He's now 4 for 9, 2 home runs. That's just between games 3 and 4. Game 5 will be Friday night in Los Angeles. Short bus ride away. That'll be at 8:08 p.m. Is that local time?
That's Eastern time.
It's at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Well, thank the babe. That's really nice of them.
Yeah, they've got you
I
East
really
Coast
need that to
folks
be
on.
true.
They, I think their coffee supply is low at the review or the replay station.
At the
So
replay
they're
booth.
like, they like we need to get these games over with early. We can't be supplying these guys
Yeah.
with coffee this late in the year.
And now it has to be hot coffee. None of that iced latte stuff that's actually
Right,
better.
exactly.
So who do you have taking game 5?
It's tough. Um, honestly, let me look at the pitching matchup real quick. Oh, Yu Darvish going up
Yeah.
against TBD.
Yamamoto. I bet it's
Most
Yamamoto.
likely. I bet it is. I
Yeah.
saw today that it's either Yamamoto or Flaherty.
Mm,
That's going to be a great. I think that'll be a really good pitching duel. Be a lot of fun to
yeah.
watch. Um, but I'm going to give the edge to the Padres.
Me too.
That's
I'm
what I'm
giving
going
it
to
to
do.
them. And I don't know if they'll eke it out or if they'll dominate, but the Padres are moving on.
I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be really close.
I think yeah, I can see it going either way, honestly. But I think the Padres are advancing. That's what I think.
Yep.
Baseball family, let us know what you think. If you're watching live, go ahead and hit us up in the comments. We take those. We take those live. We take them now. And we take them
That's
with
right.
a smile on our faces. Okay. The Guardians, dude, the Guardians tied the series tonight. And I feel like it's been 3 years and they're playing this well. I probably ought to give them some credit by using their actual name. But Cleveland's Baseball Club,
So you
that's it. I
don't
got
do
it
it.
out of my system. What?
Oh, so you don't do it.
Yeah.
By
Cleveland's Baseball
continuing to
Club.
call them Cleveland's Baseball Club.
Yeah, Cleveland's Baseball Club tied the series 2-2 tonight. I thought for sure the Tigers were going to win, and then there was that wild lead change, and I was just like crazy. They won the game 5-4,
Did
seemingly
you
out
get
of
to actually?
nowhere.
Did you actually get to watch the game, Brig?
Some, but not much. I was doing a lot of listening before I got all the way home.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been on the road today, baseball family, so I
Yeah.
did a lot of listening. Brad, tell us what did you see?
I didn't get to see anything, Brig, because I didn't get to watch it because it's freaking on
Oh,
Max.
oh yeah, it's on Max. Well, it
What?
wasn't on TBS as well.
No, it wasn't. I tried to turn the game on TBS, but instead Big Bang Theory was on, and I was
Oh, well, that's
furious
good.
because as much as I love the Big Bang Theory, I wanted to
Yeah,
watch the Guardians and Tigers, but I didn't get to because I don't have Max. And
right. No, I don't
so
either.
instead, Brig,
So instead,
of instead of Major League Baseball getting my attention tonight, which they're guaranteed to get for 10 months out of the year, all the time, guaranteed. So instead of getting my guaranteed attention tonight, guess who got my attention?
Sheldon.
No, 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 no. The
Oh,
NFL,
dang.
actually, on Prime, because everybody and their mother has
Ooh.
Prime, including us.
Yeah,
So I
right.
turned on the NFL instead because my Seahawks are playing. I was like, yeah, let's watch some Thursday Night Football because MLB is not letting me watch playoff baseball. I
Wah,
don't understand the move, Brig.
wah.
I don't
That's
understand the move.
bad.
I
It's a bad move.
It would make more sense to have a Thursday night game in the regular season on Max. That's fine. I get it. You've got games on Prime or you've got games on Apple, you've got games on Roku and you had them on Peacock, all that
Peacock
stuff.
and yeah.
Do the regular season on the exclusive streaming platforms. Don't do freaking playoff games on
Nope.
exclusive streaming platforms. That is the dumbest
It's
idea.
it's bad for baseball.
It's terrible for baseball. Especially a
Well,
game like that. Now you've got the Yankees on Prime
oh,
or
I
on
know.
Max. What are you doing?
It's on TBS as well. Fear not.
Is it on TBS as well? That's good. Then I'll
Yeah,
turn
it
that on.
is tonight. Yeah, turn on TBS. It's on there. Um, so so I think Scooby's gonna start game
He
5.
is. He's starting Game 5 on regular rest.
Exactly. Which he's capable of doing tremendous things on regular rest, but on short rest, he's also incredible. Like, so can you see who is there a projected starter for Cleveland?
Cleveland is projected to start. TBD. I don't have it. I don't have it on there yet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's what I thought. I haven't
Let
heard.
me go back and see who they pitched against Scooball real quick though, because
Yeah, because that'll give us a
because it'll
timeline.
probably be the same matchup.
Is it going to be Bybee?
I don't know. They had Alex Cobb start that game against. Right? That can't be right.
That doesn't make sense because
Because
didn't Bybee start game 1?
Scooball
I'm pretty
pitched
sure he
game
did.
2. Scooball started game 2. And I was looking at the wrong game. My bad.
Okay.
So Scooball pitched against Boyd, Matt Boyd.
When did Bybee last pitch? That's what I want to know.
That's what I'm looking right now. I don't think it was today. It was today. He started today.
Oh,
Tanner
well,
Bybee
he's not gonna
started,
start
went 4 innings.
Wow.
And he threw 64 pitches. I wonder if they'll have him available out of the bullpen tomorrow. I don't or on Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe to go in and
Yeah.
get a couple outs, but
Yeah.
maybe face his
Middle relief.
3 minimum guaranteed.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's what they're going to do. I would if
I don't
was
hate
them.
that idea.
I would, just because it's a all hands on deck situation. Only threw 64 pitches today. Because it's all you needed out of him.
Maybe that's why. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What I will say though is, in my estimation, the Guardians need to be feeling the rut rows in bed tonight. They need to be feared. I'd be afeared. I have
You think
Detroit
so?
advancing. Yeah. Even after what I've seen, and I know what Cleveland's capable of, I still hold faith that Detroit advances. They're going to.
Yeah.
Especially with Scooby on the mound. Nah.
As I say, it was Scooball on the mound does it for me. Otherwise, I would not be nearly as confident. Scooball against Boyd, I like that matchup for the Tigers a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a lot.
I still feel good about him whether he was starting or not. I still feel like it's good. So let's move on to the Yankees Royals. Game 4 is happening as we parlay, as we speak. The Yankees lead 2-1. And Brad, give me an update on the score, will you? Because I'm trying not to pay attention.
We have bottom of the 6th. The Yankees are up 3-0.
Oh, yes.
Bobby Witt Jr. just singled to right field with 2 outs.
He got a hit?
He got a hit. Yeah, he got one last night, too. I think he just got the one last night.
Yeah, he did. Baseball family, stick around for the rest of this episode because we're going to do a thing called Superstar Stat Line, and that is coming up momentarily. So call your friends, tell them where to be because this is where we're going to get into it. But first, Yankees Royals. I'm telling you right now, these Royals are scary for sure. However, I think the Yankees are going to advance, and I think it ends tonight. And I think what's interesting is that Jazz Chisholm is running a PSYOPs campaign against Kansas City's baseball team and the fan base. I think what he's doing is he's taking all of the attention off of Soto and Judge. Hold on, we'll talk about Judge in a minute, but off these other people on the team who are having a greater impact, and he's feeding off of it. It's definitely helping him, but he's getting all of the attention, and so nobody else is. I really do believe that he's working some reverse freaking PR magic or whatever you want to call it. It's a PSYOP campaign. He's winning.
I think you're right. Yeah. Well, he was loving it when the Royals fans are booing him the other night. Like, just loving it. And
he struck out tonight, and it was uproarious.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. But I loved what he said after though. You never seen anybody boo a bum.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
They
he's
don't boo
absolutely
you.
right.
That's what Reggie Barr says, right? They don't boo
Yeah, I think
nobodies.
so. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Jazz Chisholm's onto something, and I think in a very subtle way, in those X factor areas that are ethereal and hard to pin down, it is working, and it is benefiting the entire lineup. That's what I think.
I think you're right. I think you are right.
Okay. Do you have the Yankees advancing, or do you have
I do.
Game
Yeah, and
5?
I think it ends tonight. I just don't think that it's one of those things where the Royals just aren't quite there yet. You know, they're really close, and it'll be nice when they do get there. They're just not quite there.
It's
So,
interesting because watching them, I would agree with that. I think they're not quite there yet. But I also think that this is as quite there as we're going to see from this group. I think that if this group can't pull it together this season, then there are some shuffling that needs to happen between now and next season.
right, yeah, they're going to have to make some moves to get there because this
Yeah.
group as it is going to need to improve in certain areas to get there. But
Yes.
I think that it's pretty clear that they know what they're doing, and
Yeah.
because of that, they're going to know the moves to make. They're going to make the right moves to get there.
100% agree
Not
with you.
unfortunately
It
not
just
quite
isn't going to
enough
be
having the
today.
Robert Ory of baseball playing first base for you.
that dude. That dude. Stop. I'm not going to. I almost had a jinx come out of my mouth. I'm going to keep it
Big hit
in here.
Yuli, man.
Whoo. Okay, baseball family, check this out. We're going to do this thing. We're going to go by pretty quick, okay? It's a new thing we're doing called Superstar Stat Line. We're going to go comparing offensive stat leader or offensive superstar versus offensive superstar per series in the postseason this year. So, for instance, Phillies Mets, offensive superstars, we've got Francisco Lindor and Brother Harper. Okay. Those are the two guys that we're going to look at. And first thing is, in the postseason, Lindor so far has gone 7 for 27, 6 runs, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, 0 stolen bases. His slash line is 259, 382, 481, and he's rocking an 821 OPS. That's Francisco Lindor. Now, Brad, tell us about Brother Harper.
So he hasn't played as many games, so he doesn't have quite the numbers as far as opportunities as Lindor, but he's 4 for 12, 3 runs, 1 homer, 3 runs batted in, no stolen bases because he just doesn't do that anymore. But he's slashing 333, 529, 525 with an 898 OPS. This is the thing about Brother
Mm-hmm.
Harper is that you know he's going to go out there and get his in the postseason because that's what he does. Unfortunately, not everybody around him does.
He's only as one.
And you cannot win. You cannot win
Yeah.
a baseball game by yourself unless you are a pitcher who is hitting and pitching, and even then, it's incredibly difficult.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too. Yeah, I think that I think 1-1. I think this is a close matchup, superstar to superstar. I think we've
Yeah, it
seen
is.
I th- more games from Brother Harper, and we might have an even. He might have had an edge over Lindor.
Oh yeah, you get three. You get what? 2 more games for him? Absolutely, 3 more games
Yeah,
for him. Absolutely.
2, 3 games. Yeah, but it's interesting to see who's producing and who's not. Speaking of which, let's go to the Tigers and Cleveland's ball club because Parker Meadows is 6 for 24, 3 runs, 1 homer, 1 run batted in, 1 stolen base, slash line 250, 250, 417 with a 677 OPS. That's Parker Meadows. Tell us about J Ram, Brad.
So J Ram is 2 for 13 with 2 runs, 1 homer, 2 RBI, and no stolen bases. That's good enough, or I guess I should say bad enough, for a slash line of 154, 267, 462, and an OPS of 729. Do you have the updated with for J Ram for tonight?
That I
Does that
put that
include his?
together 10 minutes ago.
Okay, I was gonna say because that does that include his 1 for 5, and that's his 1 homer right there.
Yeah, that's literally as of like 15
It's
minutes ago,
tough.
10, 15.
It's tough.
That's a rough line for the guy for like the superstar offensive performer. It's
Yeah,
not good. He's
yeah,
the
it really
headliner.
is. And it's interesting too because Josh Naylor, like, he hasn't been good either. Like, he's gotten one hit in every
No,
game, but he doesn't have any homers. He has
no.
scored one run. He has one RBI. Like, how do they even win these games? That's the
That's
thing that I
exactly what
want
I'm
to
saying.
know.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And that's why I'm telling you that with Scooball on the mound, forget about it.
Not
Like
happening.
I'm
Yeah,
not worried.
forget
It's not
about it.
happening. Forget about it. Okay, so let's move on to Yankees Royals because this is where things start to get fascinating. Bobby Witt Jr. is 4 for 23. Again, this is prior to tonight's game. Okay. Bobby Witt Jr., 4 and 23, 0 runs, 0 home runs, 2 runs batted in, not a single stolen base. Prior to game 4, he was batting 174, 208, 174 with a 382 OPS. That's bad. That's bad for your
It is bad.
superstar.
He did just score though.
Okay.
Just scored.
All
So
right.
it's 3-1.
So he has.
Okay.
All right.
So he's.
Tell
I
us
don't want
about
to say he's
Judge,
coming,
though.
but it seems like he's coming around. If the Royals can pull this out, he might just have a really good game on Saturday.
Maybe.
But the Royals are gonna have to pull it out first. Okay, but let's talk
They're
about
not
Judge
going
because this is really interesting, and I'll tell you about a video that I watched today. I don't know if you watched it when I sent it to you, but here we go. Aaron Judge is 1 for 12 with 1 run scored, no home runs, no RBI, no stolen bases, and I hope you're sitting down for this, Yankee fans, but you probably already known. He's slashing 93. That's
to.
.093,
Oh.
267, and .083 for an OPS of a whopping 350. So here's the thing about this, Brig, is that so I watched a Trevor May video today where he talked about how to pitch to
Yeah.
Aaron Judge. He pulled up all these baseball savant pages and all these stats, and it was a fascinating watch for nerds like me. So much fun. So much fun to
Totally.
watch. And it was really insightful because he, just in the last like 10 seconds, he's like, this is why Aaron Judge isn't doing well in the postseason because the pitchers aren't getting behind. They're all pitching ahead and they're dominating him. And that's what's happening is that he
Yeah.
hits really, really, really well. He's unbeatable when he's ahead in the count, but he gets behind in the count and he's gettable, obviously, because that's what's happening. So
1 for 12 prior to tonight's game
that's
4.
what happens when you get ahead of Aaron Judge is he goes 1 for 12.
Bro, I am
I mean, obviously he's got a
okay.
couple walks with that on base of 267, but still
Yeah, he does have a
not
couple
many.
walks. All right, hold on.
Holding.
Okay, I'm going to pull this up because what has not been uh, what I would not have seen coming is this line. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. 6 for 16. 1 run, 11 total bases, 2 doubles, 1 homer, 4 ribbies, 1 walk, only 2 strikeouts this postseason, a stolen base. His averaging 375, 412, 688 slugging. His OPS is 1100.
That,
You know who
ladies
this
and
is.
gentlemen, is Giancarlo Stanton
How? How is this even possible?
running at 75%. maybe.
I
Maybe
don't I
75%.
don't understand. He's running at 2 miles an hour and he's finally putting the bat on the ball. That's the thing. That's the thing. This dude in the postseason is literally unbelievable. And that's across 4 games. Like,
Right.
ugh.
Well, so
Aaron
we
Judge
did
has
find out.
played in the same number of games.
Yeah, and we did find out today that Stanton has the second best home run rate in postseason history, behind only
Yep.
the Babe.
The babe.
So
Yeah. His
That's
babeness.
just bonkers. I think part of it though, Brig, was he hitting fourth most of the year, like when he was playing.
Um, let's see. One, two. Fourth or fifth. Fourth or fifth.
So I think fifth. I think batting fifth is helping him a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe he needs to see a few more pitches, and not have. I don't want to say have the pressure of protecting Judge in front of him, but his
maybe.
role is gravy right now, batting fifth.
Dude, listen,
It's just go out there and
the
swing the bat
fact,
hard, dude.
yeah, but he's not just swinging the bat hard. That's the thing. He's not just going out there and focusing on launch angle and trying to hit the piss out of it. Like he's not doing that. What he's doing is hitting for contact. He's putting the ball in play consistently. He only has one home run in the whole 4-game series. One. He's not out
Yeah,
there trying to do too much. He's taking really good swings at really timely moments. That's what he's doing. And that is not
yeah.
the Stanton we've seen all season long.
It's not a Stanton
It's
we've
like
ever seen.
it's like Judge and Stanton switched places.
It is, isn't it?
It's like 13 going on 30. Like, I don't know. All right, let's get off this topic and let's move to Southern California because the Dodgers Padres series has another interesting disparity. Now, there's also a disparity of games played, so keep that in mind. But let me tell you about Fernando Tatis Jr. He is, as of 15 minutes ago, he's hitting 11 for 22, 8 runs, 4 homers, 7 RBIs, no stolen bases. He's slashing 500, 577, and 1182 with a 1759 OPS. That's 1.759 OPS, baseball family. Wrap your head around that.
So here's the deal with this, Brig. This is why, because initially looking at that at 1759 OPS, just put him on. Don't pitch to him. Well, the problem is you put
Yeah,
him on,
yeah.
he's likely just going to end up on second base. You have a better chance of getting him out than him being on second base within 2 or 3 pitches of you putting him on.
Yep.
And even then, you don't have that good of a chance of getting him out because it just doesn't happen.
Even if he hasn't stolen a single base this playoff season, this postseason.
Because he's never
But
been on first base.
exactly, that's exactly right.
He hasn't needed to.
He hasn't needed to. I know. let me let me get something pulled up here really quick because yeah, this is great. His hold please. I'm filibustering for 2 seconds.
Okay. Do you want me to talk about Otani, or do we want to stay on Tatis for
No,
just a
I
minute?
got it right here. I got
Okay.
it right here. Breaking it down. 26 total bases. He has 26 total bases. 3 of them are doubles. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that's
Okay, he's
four
only
home
struck out
runs.
one time. He's only struck out one time.
Yeah. 4 home runs, 3 doubles. 7 of his 11 hits have put him on at least, have been for extra bases.
Okay. He's
So
fabulous. Tell us about Shohei Otani.
fabulous, not as fabulous, though. 4 for 16, 3 runs scored, 1 homer, and that was beginning of the series, I believe. Game
Mm.
one. 4 RBI, no stolen bases. He just hasn't really had much of a chance to. And slashing 250, 333, 438 with a 771 OPS. So this is going to be really weird to say. I'm going to be honest with you. This is going to sound really weird,
Okay.
but I thought he would do better.
Bro, he's underperforming.
And he's still got a 771 OPS.
That's yes, I understand, but it's underperforming. And I can't tell whether that's contrasted because of the Shohei Otani friggin' mega light show we saw all season, the laser light show, to now,
Right.
or if this is some kind of Aaron Judge yip thing with October. I don't know what it is,
I
and we
don't
won't
think
know.
so. I don't think so. Just because we've seen Otani in the World Baseball Classic in high leverage
Yeah, you're
situations,
right.
and I know People are going to say, well, it's not the World Series, not the playoffs. I understand that. But to guys like Otani from other countries, it is a really big
Big
deal.
deal. Yeah,
Huge
it's a
deal to
big deal.
represent their country. So that's a big spot for him. And he played amazing. He was amazing
Yeah, he
in the
killed
World
it.
Baseball Classic. And so his only extra base hit, though, has been that home run.
Yep.
And so I do wonder. I
So
wonder if part of it is though is because I feel like pitchers attack more in the postseason. Like we
that's
said with
true.
Judge,
They'll
they're
come right
not
at you.
getting behind. They're not getting behind, and so I think that it's just been he he hasn't been attacked for like 2 months. Teams have been kind of
Good
getting
point.
cute with him, and he catches a stray and sends it over the fence. But now teams are attacking him head on, and I think that that's a big part of it, or at least some of it. I don't know if a
Yeah,
big part, but I think it's some of it. I don't think it's the stage. I think it's the pitching is different.
I like that. I don't think it's the stage either, but I had to ask the question. I feel like it deserves to be asked. Okay, we're gonna play this. We're gonna move faster. We're gonna play the same game with starting pitchers. We're gonna go all the way down really quick. Sean Manaea for the Mets, 2.25 ERA over 2 starts, 12 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed, 3 earned runs, 2 home runs allowed with 10 strikeouts, and a 0.92 WHIP. Compared to
That'll get the job done. That'll get it done.
that will.
So Zach Wheeler, though, an ERA of 0, just 0. 1 start, 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, as evidenced by the 0 ERA, no home runs. Struck out 9 and had a whip. Oh, sorry, a whip of .71.
That'll also get the job done if you have
It
run support.
should. It should get the job done. Yeah, yeah. If your bullpen doesn't come in and blow the job, which they did.
Yeah. Now, Scooby, whom I love calling Scooby, Tarek Scooball, 0 ERA, just a flat old 0 again. 2 starts, 13 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 0 earned runs, 0 home runs allowed, obviously, 14 Ks, and a 0.62 WHIP.
We might add he is questionable actually for Game 5 because he might be grounded. We do need to revisit that. So
Yeah,
because his
grounded.
mom is not happy with his language.
Right. No.
So we're
We'll
hoping
just
he's
get him
not
on the
grounded.
show a
He
couple
can,
of times and
we
he'll learn to filter.
we hope that he can come out and play on Saturday, but we're gonna have to see. Okay, let's look at Tanner Bybee. 2.08 ERA, not shabby. That's with 2 starts and 8.2 innings pitched. 8 hits allowed, pretty dang good over 2 starts. 2 earned runs, 1 homer, 9 strikeouts, and a 1.27 WHIP. I think that's still pretty excellent. Honestly, that's a great job by
It's
Bybee.
excellent. It
It's
is excellent.
outstanding.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. However, against Scooball, like if we're just taking it 1-to-1, it's not.
1-1, Scooble's got the edge. I agree
He's
with you,
killing
but
it.
still, I'd
And
take
over a
Bybee's
larger
line
sample
against.
size.
Yeah, it is. He's pitched almost 5 more innings, but still, I'd take that. I'd take that stat line against most guys any day.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Yep. Okay. Because outside of, well, never mind. So, Yankees Royals, we've got Lugo. Lugo's throwing 2.89 ERA, 2 starts. When I took this down, it was 9 1/3 innings pitched. That's 7 hits allowed, 3 earned runs, 1 homer given up, 8 strikeouts, and a 1.29 WHIP. Now these stats are ongoing because the game is happening right now. But go ahead, tell us about
Right.
Garrett Cole.
Lugo's not in the game anymore though. Now it is Zerpa going for the Royals. But Garrett Cole has been great. He's still going.
Of
He's
course he is.
2.38 ERA. That's over 2 starts and 8 innings pitched. At the point that these numbers were taken, 8 hits allowed, 3 earned runs, 1 homer. Not as many strikeouts as Seth Lugo though. Only 7 strikeouts. Only Brig 7 strikeouts,
Oh, yeah,
and a 1.25 WHIP. These guys are right neck and neck, and I
yeah,
love it.
yeah. I do
It's
too.
outstanding. The difference is the timely hitting with the Yankees.
Yep.
And this is the thing. I just want to talk about this with the Yankees real quick because I feel like this has been the big difference. And I was going to say this earlier, but I totally forgot. So you talked about you were concerned about their left on base numbers. The
Mm-hmm.
reason they do have so many left on base is because they're getting a ton of guys on base, which is great.
Fair.
And
Yes, I understand that.
so the thing is that it's kind of a shotgun approach, right? That if you're gonna get a lot of guys on base, you only need to get a handful of those guys in to win the game, and that's what
Right.
they've done. They've gotten a handful of those guys in, as seen by Seth Lugo's numbers. Just
Yes.
one guy among the stable of pitchers that the Royals have, right?
They've employed
But
four, or they've deployed three pitchers so far tonight, and Cole is still
but the
out there.
difference, but the difference is that not Lugo, but other, but or sorry, not just Cole, but other Yankee pitchers are not letting the Royals get on base.
Correct.
That's the difference.
Yep. Yes. Yep. I agree. So,
Okay.
moving down to Southern California with the Dodgers Padres, the Dylan Cease, we're going to go ahead and call him the superstar pitcher for the Padres. Here's his line right now: 14.40 ERA.
I think that went
Two
down
starts,
after.
five. What?
I think that went down after Game 4 too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's 5 innings pitched, 10 hits allowed, 8 earned runs, 2 homers, 6 Ks, and a 2.60 whip. 14.4 ERA.
Yeah, I want to check that real quick because I'm pretty sure Cease's ERA went down after Game 1. Oh
Yeah.
no, it did go up because he was 13.5 after his first start in the
Oh,
series. Okay,
Rutro.
he was
Okay,
13.50.
so so Yamamoto across the diamond, 15.0 ERA in one start, 3 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, 5 earned runs, 1 homer allowed, only 1 strikeout, and a 2.33 whip. The only reason that's not higher is because they pulled him.
Right. Yeah. And so here's the
True
thing,
that.
so remember Yamamoto's first start at the beginning of the season when they were in Japan? Horrendous.
Awful.
Absolutely horrendous.
Just awful.
I don't
Yeah.
think we see this again from Yamamoto if he goes in Game 5. That I think he needs an adjustment period. He got it. He's going to adjust, and he'll be just fine in Game 5. That's why I think if we get Yamamoto versus Darvish, it's going to be a pitcher's duel.
We'll see.
We will see. Henry
We'll
Higgins.
see. Just you wait. All right, let's go over to the TV schedule and important dates to keep in mind. First things first, Friday, tomorrow, San Diego will be in Chavez Ravine playing the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's at 8:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time somehow, thankfully. That'll be a game 5 of the NLDS. Really quick, Saturday, Detroit will be in Cleveland. The time depends on the Yankees Royals. If the Yankees Royals continue into Saturday, then it will adjust things. Otherwise, they'll probably get prime billing. That'll be game 5 in Cleveland to wrap up the ALDS there.
Indeed. And once the division series are all wrapped up, we have the NLCS starting on Sunday. That's going to be game 1. And then Monday, we're going to have 2 games, Brig. Let's play 2. The ALCS game 1 will start. We'll get the series going on Monday. And then after that, we're going to have the NLCS game 2 on Monday. So
Love.
there we have it. Love it. Very much.
Baseball
Excited.
family, just so you know, they're 7-game series. Championship series, 7 games, best of 7. The division series have been best of 5. The wild cards best of 3. So we're up in the ante as we go. World Series, I'm sorry. The World Series is a
There it is.
7-game series as well. You have to say it that way. It's in the contract.
Yes.
Okay.
It
All of you,
absolutely is.
not just me.
100%. But baseball family, thank you so much for joining us everywhere. Like we said, we are moving into a new house right now with a new recording and streaming platform. So things may have looked a little different, been a little weird today, but we're just getting used to things. We're gonna get things fixed up and hopefully get the plants in the corner so that everything looks nice and tidy for you when it comes time. But baseball family, thank you so much for joining us. We will catch you next week.